have thoughts and concerns about this whole Project 2025 thing and how that relates to Prince Harry. Now, I typically don't dabble into the whole politics with social media because I feel like there are better people who are better equipped to articulate those issues. However, since I'm a tax-paying US citizen and I also do royal content, I do have some thoughts and concerns. Now, for those of you who haven't been keeping up, this is a very important year for our country and possibly the world. I think for those who don't know, this election isn't just about the president. It's never just been about the president. It is about the people who surrounded him, his cabinet, the people he's going to hire to work for him, and how that affects us. And right now there's a group of people who will do anything and everything to be part of that, what they see as a revolution. And those people have their own agendas. This right here, pause this. This should be a concern to everyone in this country. And the people that's spearheading this whole Project 2025 thing is none other than the Heritage Foundation. Because the Heritage Foundation is the same group of people who is suing the Biden administration for Prince Harry's visa application. Their concerns is that Prince Harry possibly lied on his visa application about his drug usage. Now you may say, Dre, how do those two things relate? I do not know, but I feel like that's not a coincidence. Because if you haven't noticed, in the past few years, how is it that the Republican Party all of a sudden became these very pro-monarch individuals? The very fabric of the Republican Party is that they are against the monarch, against that type of authoritarian type of regime, and they want the independence that we have in this country, not ruled by one person. But somehow over the years, the Republican Party has cozied up to the thought of the monarch, which has been very weird for me to see over the years. And has been one of the main reasons I even got into this content. As a person who's not really into politics or don't know much about it, something ain't clean in the buttermilk, as I've always said before. And when you look at the people in this country, some of the people in this country who is very much against Meghan and Harry, they all relate back to that extreme right side. And with the Heritage Foundation, an organization I've never heard of until Prince Harry. Little that I do know about them is that at some point, at some period of time, they was a respected organization within this country. But somehow something switched and they have gone completely right. And quoting this recent comment from the president of the foundation, "We are in the process of the second revolution, which will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be." What? Seeing and hearing things like that, and also how our media is kind of changing. In a lot of the mainstream media publications, there are British people who are the editors and the CEOs of these companies. I'm sorry, that is not a coincidence. And you may say it's conspiracy theory. No, it's not a conspiracy theory, but it's a theory. There is something related. There's a piece of this puzzle that something is missing that we need to figure out what exactly is going on. Because I've said this before, the whole Meghan and Harry thing is a micro issue, part of a macro problem. And the way the right or Republicans are moving, it is almost like they want someone, an authority member or dictatorship or a king, to be in charge of this country. Not everyone on the right. I feel like most people on the right is against this, but there's a very loud bunch that is very persuasive and is very dangerous, and I feel like everyone should be concerned. So I can admit, I don't know much about this topic, but I know enough to be very cautious, and I feel like we all should be very wary of what's going on. Remember, the presidency is not just about one person. That is the reason why we have a democracy. There's 3 branches of government, all there to keep the other one at balance. You're not just voting for one person, you are voting for the entire administration. I want to learn more about this, and I am open to people educating me with real information, not none of the conspiracy, not anything that's sensationalized, real information that can really educate people like me who don't know much about it, but is very curious.